Yo, great, great Thursday. I was not feeling this. I wasn't feeling a lot of things that I did today. So I'm kind of happy that I did. I got a reward out of it. But I wasn't feeling this. But here we are. Great day. Gabby.com. VP. Yo, check it. I heard Waka Flocka say some real shit today. He said, kids pick up on habit, not on words. Right? They don't do what we tell them to do. They do what they see us do. So, in everything you do, make sure that your works have value. That whatever habits you're entertaining daily, they're valuable. They are worth uh, being reciprocated in other people. In our especially in the youth that are always watching us. They're always watching us. Um, that's why the little things, the little habits that we build upon are the most important ones. You know what I'm saying? Doing the little things extraordinarily well is more important than focusing on doing extraordinary things and never doing anything because we procrastinated on them. So, in everything that you do the little things well. Like eating right, keeping your body right, feeding your mind, gratitude. You know what I'm saying? Feeding your soul through gratitude, through appreciation, through appreciating the little things, especially the things that don't go our way. Our relationships, how mindful we are of our relationships by how aware we are of our emotions and our feelings and how we let our feelings direct our actions, our energies in motion, right? And our visions, right? Our purpose, are the things that we feel give our life fulfillment. Just focusing on these five minor things, right? Your body, your mind, your soul, your emotions, i.e., your relationships, and your work, your purpose, your goals, your visions, the things that will create for you the lifestyle that you want to have, so that you can have the fulfillment that you want to have, so that at the end of your days, while you're on your deathbed, you die without regrets. It's important to build upon these little things daily instead of focusing on extraordinary things, on things that are way out of our reach. It's best to just, like, consolidate it into as simple as possible. Keeping it simple, stupid, daily. KISS, right? That's an acronym that I learned in the military. Keep it simple, stupid. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like the work that you're doing and that's what you can do at the moment, but maybe your body is not in alignment with what you want your body to be in the future, get your body right, right? If your body is right in your work and you also don't like the work, you might feel a little stupid. Start reading a book, a book or two, or listening to an audiobook if you're too lazy to read. And if you do have the body, if you do have the financials that you want, but you're feeling some type of way, you're feeling down, focus on some gratitude. Focus on some daily appreciation. Um, and maybe focus on appreciating, on having some appreciation for the things that you want in the future, and appreciate as though you already have them. So, like, have some appreciation for, at least, you have the goals, the desires, the wishes to travel, and appreciate that you have that desire to travel, maybe, right? Or to create a business, or to have a family, and feel how you would feel having already have what you want, and give thanks, right? That's why the good book that says, in all things give thanks, in the good and in the bad give thanks, because sometimes, even bad things sometimes working in our own favor. And yeah, like I said, didn't want to do, but we still did it. We went and trained today. From there we went, we took our ass to the pool, we swam. And I've had this thought in the back of my mind where, I always work with one of my nephews and another one of my nieces almost daily. But there's my youngest niece, I don't often get to to train with her, or mentor her as often as I would like to. So about a week or two back, I started thinking, like, I want to do this on these dates. And today was a day that there was no excuse. And as I'm heading back from the pool, like, damn, should I go home and just shower, eat, and take a nap? And so I got this practice that I started adopting about a year and a half back, where I close my eyes and I'll ask questions, yes or no questions. Should I do this? Should I do that? You know what I'm saying? Just any question, anything that I consider doing, I close my eyes and I ask, and whatever the answer is, that's what I go with. So I'm like, yo, should I stop? Should I go straight home? And it was like, nope. I was like, stop, nope. Or go straight home, and it was like, no, go pick up the kids that you said you were gonna go pick up. So the entire way, like, I get off the bus, I'm like, damn, should I really go do this? And it's like, yep, go do it. You said you were gonna do it, go do it. So I ended up picking my little niece and her little brother, and I took them to the park. We did like a 10-15 minute training, you know, had them do some push-ups, some shadow boxing, whatever it is. You know, my little niece is 18 and her little brother is only 4. He's about to be 5. Well, in the process of doing all of this, you know, I had them play in the playground after we were done with our little workout. In the process of all of this older gentleman walks up to me. Older dude, you know what I'm saying? In his early 40s, late 40s. And he starts asking me, he's like, bro, I asked you a question. I don't mean to bother you or anything like that. He's like, and I asked you a question. He's like, yeah, go ahead, man. I don't mind. I'm sitting down. He goes, why don't black fathers ever go to the park with their kids? And I think he's saying, like, in general. And I get what he's saying. He's like, why don't a lot of fathers go to the park with their kids? And I'm like, I don't know, man. Maybe, you know, they don't understand. They don't see the value. They don't understand the value of children, or the value. They don't see the value in themselves and how they can give value to their children. I don't know. They don't know what it is to be a man, what it is to be a father. You know what I'm saying? What it is to have something to pass on to the next generation. They don't see that value. And he's like, it's like they empty planets. And I'm like, huh? He's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like a man, but they empty planets. They got nothing to offer. They're just dead. And I'm like, that's a good way to put it. He's like, yo, I just came back from doing 30 years. And before I went in, I had a few kids of my own. And I'm coming back. They're grown adults. And I'm like, damn, 30 years. That's a lot of time. That's all I thought. Like, damn, 30 years. And, you know, dude's just having a deep conversation. I guess he just needed some things to get off his chest, and seeing me there in the park, you know, like playing around with the 2 little kids, and just letting them do they. He just, I don't know. But the dude's talking to me, and she's going to a deep conversation, and dude's like, bro, you don't understand, man. Starts tearing up. Starts like bowing, so I just stand up, you know, do him like peace him out, and, you know, do the same thing. Like, I bowed down, because like, it's like I honestly, I just felt like that was God, you know, talking to me. And because like God is everyone and everything, right? So it was like, you know, the way that I was feeling, and maybe the way the guy was feeling, he was like, damn, bro, you know what I'm saying? It was like it was meant to be, right? To have that interaction, that relationship, that conversation. And it was dope, because like I said, I didn't feel like picking up the little ones. I even told them, I was like, they was bugging me, asking me like, oh, let's go do this, let's go do that. I was like, yo, listen, I ain't even want to pick you 2 up. I did it because I had to, because I said I was going to do it, and I couldn't go back on what I said I was going to do. So let's go to the park. Let's go train, and then y'all can have some fun. After y'all do what I got for you guys, then y'all could go and do whatever y'all want to do. And it was a great experience. You know, it was a great experience. We chilled. We hanged out for about an hour 20 minutes. Then I got them some food and took them back to their moms and dads. And it was a great experience. You know, it's a great experience. The second time I take them both of them out together, and it's just, you know, one of the other responsibilities that I've given myself, to do. There's a lot of, I believe that, the reason that there's so much, deterioration in our societies today is because a lot of people that have the capacity to be of value to those in their immediate sphere of influence, you know what I'm saying, their families, their friends, and so on and so forth, they're not taking action on the things that they can do, right? They're too busy being busy doing nothing or doing what they think is something to actually sit down and think, how can I be of value to my brothers, to my sister, to my mother, to my sons, to my daughters, to my nieces, to my nephews, to just anybody in general who I can right now be of value to by, doing the works that I have been put in this realm of reality to do. For me, I have refused to get a job since I got out of the Marine Corps. I've just been working on myself through martial arts, through physical fitness, through educating myself. I felt really stupid up all the way up to the age of 20, 24, 25, because I never read books. So, now I did a lot of self-educating. Even in the process of getting my bachelor's degree, I self-educated a lot. I read more books outside of school than the college material that I received in college over the 18 months that it took me to get my associates, right? So I invested more time in reading outside sources than I did in inside sources, and somehow I still achieved a B average. And the self-education has continued. It has allowed me to have the confidence to consider writing books, to consider so many different entrepreneurial ventures, philanthropical ventures that I have stored up in the kingdom of my mind, that I've put into these 15 plus, maybe 20 plus journals that I've written over the past 5 or 6 years since I started journaling. It's just amazing, man. Once you start really focusing on yourself, you realize that if you put so much time into working for other people, if you didn't work on yourself and you just let yourself be a pawn in somebody else's chessboard, you get what I'm saying, you wouldn't have the ability to really mine from within your mind all the gold that there is to be mined. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't go deep within that well of abundance and pull out the treasures that are in there to be gifted to the world by you, right? Because you probably never took the time to study yourself, to gain knowledge of self, to see how you can actually be of value without the need of societal constructs, validation or the validation and approval of others in your sphere of influence. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the only approval and validation that you need is that of yourself, i.e. that of God, the God in you. You get what I'm saying? Like, by simply working on cultivating the imaginings, the visions that go in within your mind, you'd be surprised as how much you can enrich not only yourself but your immediate sphere of influence, your immediate environment, and every other aspect, you know what I'm saying, of life that you are able to reach into and impact just by developing yourself. Like, everything that we see today came out of somebody's imagination. You get what I'm saying? So, when I personally sit down and read these books, when I go and I pick up the children that are in my life, my nieces and my nephews and nieces, when I pick them up and I take them out to train and I take them out for long walks through the city or to the pool or wherever, I understand that I'm investing life into life. You know what I'm saying? And that even if I, God forbid, don't see the rewards of that, I know life is going to receive the reward, is going to reap the reward of those, fruiting trees that they're going to become. And it's only because I took my imagination and I put it to work. You get what I'm saying? I put it to work on my family, because that's what I grew up seeing as lacking a lot, not just in mine, but in society as a whole. A lot of like relationship building, vision, like people don't understand how to use their imagination. They don't understand how powerful their imagination is. They don't understand that everything that we see today came out of somebody's imagination. Everything. They don't understand how, our imagination can make us rich, or it can impoverish us just by what we think, what we busy it up with. Our imagination is God, and is God itself, and it continuing to create through us. It is us, right? So it'll like source already manifested itself into everything that it could manifest itself, then sat within the subconscious part of our own animal human mind, and decided to use our body as a vessel through which it could continue to create more things. People the world. You know what I'm saying? Populate the world and continue to create things through each and every individual that is born into this life, through the uniqueness that individual has been endowed with, to be able to create, to continue creating. The source wouldn't make anything useless. So nobody is useless. Everybody has a use and a purpose in life. It's just that, if we go by what society deems that we are regarded as being valuable by, then yeah, you're not really going to see a value. You won't. You know what I'm saying? It will go right over your head. And this is why it is important to obtain a sense of knowledge of self, a sense of personal understanding, and to develop great amounts of self-discipline. We must be able to make ourselves do the things that we don't want to do, but which we know are good for us. And we must learn to do those things with passion, to fall in love with the process. You know what I'm saying? As much as we don't enjoy the process, we must learn to, or as much as we don't like the process, we must learn to enjoy the process. Enjoy the process of working out. Do it like we love it. Reading books, do it like we love it. Gratitude. Fall in love with expressing gratitude for everything that happens in our life, the good and the bad. You get what I'm saying? Fall in love with building relationships and just sharing love with everybody that you can in your sphere of influence, with your brother, with your sister, with your cousin, with your aunt, with your mother, with your father, with your niece, your nephew, your sons, your daughters, everybody, man, your friends. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, just falling in love with encouraging people to be their absolute greatest, believing in them, informing them, inspiring them, influencing them, inciting action in them that invites them to believe in themselves and to act upon the desires that they actually have going on within themselves. That is probably what is driving them crazy, because they are not being truly honest to who they are enough to be capable of, manifesting from within themselves the things that they have within themselves to manifest. Music, song, instruments, new instruments, creating new technology. You know what I'm saying? New home decorations, whatever it is, art, books, screenplays, movies, world champion, Muay Thai, kickboxing, MMA, whatever it is, man. Like there's so much, you know what I'm saying? Create new philanthropic ventures that target, like actually target deforestation, land preservation, uh, animal restoration of like animal life. You know what I'm saying? Orphanages, creating new schools, new ways of learning, new institutions, new programs that actually, you know what I'm saying, take into consideration everything that is happening today, everything that has happened, and how we can, learn from these things so that we can remedy it in such a way that we can avoid it from happening again for thousands of years to come. So, hey, I don't know, man. Maybe what I'm talking is some nonsense. I don't know. I had to get on. I didn't get on yesterday, so I figured I'd get on today. Probably won't get on tomorrow. Probably see you again on Friday. But other than that, man, ain't nothing but love. Do your best, nothing more, nothing less. Keep it simple, stupid. Our actions speak louder than words. I like to speak a lot, but that's why I make sure that I aim to do a lot of things in my day, physically wise, so that when I get on this camera, I don't lack the confidence that is necessary. I don't lack the awareness. I don't lack the courage. I can be honest. You get what I'm saying with the words that I'm saying, and I can speak from the experiences that I'm having based on the emotions and feelings that those experiences are generating. You know what I'm saying? That grant me the awareness and the satisfying and relieving emotions that allow me to feel as though what I am doing with my life is serving a purpose. And that's what I think we should all aim to do. You know what I'm saying? If we want to, at the end of our days, before setting off to sleep, that we feel a relief in our body, in our mind, in our soul, that we feel a satisfaction that what we did with our day, what we did in our day did have a meaning, that we go and live our days like that, aiming to provide value, wherever vocation, whatever industry, whatever work, whatever job you find yourself doing it to the best of our ability. Even if we don't want to be there forever, doing it to the best of our ability, providing the fullest possible value that we can provide in that service, so that when we do decide to focus on developing something from within ourselves, that we can continue to nurture and nourish, and hopefully it becomes so great that we can pass on to our children and their children, that we don't cut ourselves short. You know what I'm saying? We don't bullshit ourselves because we bullshitted ourselves in our other vocations. So do your best, nothing more and nothing less, with wherever you are and whatever you got. And, believe in the possibility of having more if what you want is more, so that you can do more, so that you can give more, because you have become more. And so other than that, go follow the YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Leave your feedback on this live right here. If you got something out of it, put it on the bottom, whatever you got out of this that was said. And other than that, ain't nothing but love. All right? One.